the difference between free traffic versus paid traffic. And by the way, spoiler alert, you need to do both. At one point, I was thinking that I was just going to do free traffic just to show that it could be done. And I know it can, it just takes so much longer, and it's a much better business plan to incorporate both at the same time. So we're going to discuss free traffic first. So free traffic comes from your Dream 100. That's you working your way in, you earning your way in your Dream 100. You could either interview them, you could do a summit with them, something that's valuable to them that they would get benefit from. And then it also helps you in the long run as well. You can do a guest blog post for them or a video collaboration with them, joint ventures, or do shout outs for them and tag them when you do a shout out so that they see that you've done it and they can thank you and hopefully want to work with you. Basically, you're going to serve them until they say, thanks, what can I do for you? I really appreciate all of your help and your support. How can I help you? And this is the long game. This is a long journey, but it pays huge dividends. Like we talked about yesterday, if you can just get one of your Dream 100 that has a huge list to put your offer in front of their list, imagine what that would do for your business. It would change your world forever with just one win, basically. It would change your world forever. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to follow your Dream 100. And twice a day, usually the morning and afternoon, you pick whatever time you want to do it, but just spend 15 minutes each time. And what you're going to do, let's say Instagram is the one that you've chosen, Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or Twitter, any of the platforms. You've picked one, remember. So let's just, for this example, say you've picked Instagram. So twice a day for 15 minutes, you're going to go on Instagram, and now you've already unfriended everybody else. So on Instagram, you're only following your Dream 100. So you're going to review and see what are they posting, what responses are they getting, what's the likes, how many likes do they get, did they get any comments, and if they did get comments, what did people say about it? And you're going to go in and you're going to comment on as many of their posts as you can, because when you comment, it's going to show your profile picture. So make sure it's a picture of your face or something that identifies you and your business. So when they see that every single time, they're going to know, wow, they're a huge supporter of mine. I really need to appreciate them and let them know how much I appreciate what all they've done for me. So you want to like as many of their posts as possible, and you want to comment, and you need to be genuine on your comments. You don't just need to say, hey, great picture. You need to go in and say, why is it great? Why did you enjoy it, that post? What did it say? How did it impact you? How did it help you? And anything you can do to get noticed. That's what this is about. Jump up and down in front of them and let them know you want to be in their world. And most likely, if you're following them, then they are doing the same thing that we're doing. They're going to have products out there to sell as well. So research that and find their products and purchase their products from them. And then write reviews for them. And if they don't have a place where you can actually enter a review for them, then put it on your page. Put it on your Instagram page. What a great product this was. You bought so-and-so's course and it really changed your world. And now you know how to do X, Y, and Z. And you really want to thank them for creating that course. And you tag them on your post. That way they can see what you've said, and it's hopefully going to get you to work in with your Dream 100. The game, or the name of the game, is to get noticed. Create attention for yourself. So join their groups. If they've got different Facebook page groups, or they've got podcasts or blogs, whatever they're doing, you need to be a follower, and you need to comment as much as you can in there or write reviews for them, whatever you can do to be noticed. I know Steve Larson, where I got a lot of my material from, he's the one that showed me the first of how to create this system. I purchased his course, and he gave me a lot of the ideas on this. So he said that Russell Brunson was on his Dream 100. Russell, of course, is the one that's ClickFunnels and wrote Traffic Secrets, where I got a lot of the information that I'm giving you today. And he said that he made it his mission that anytime Russell posted something, he wanted to be the first one in commenting on it. So anytime he set his phone up so he would get an alert anytime Russell posted, and he made sure he was the first one in. And then he used ClickFunnels. He was a member. He used ClickFunnels and he asked a ton of questions so that way the people within, well, he did it for his business, but he asked a lot of questions so then the ClickFunnels people, when he went to Funnel Hacking Live, they recognized his name, recognized his face, because like I said, his face was on his Instagram page, so anytime he posted it showed a picture of his face. He wound up getting a job at ClickFunnels because he worked his way in. They knew him, and he was actually in there answering people's questions as well. So he would go on the Facebook group and answer people's ClickFunnels questions, stuff he had learned and he had found out. You can get noticed that way, and you can work your way in. And now he and Russell are great friends, and they both support each other. So he's definitely got Russell in his Dream 100, so it worked. And then Russell's Dream 100 was Tony Robbins. He did the same thing. He worked his way in, and it took years for him to finally work his way in. But once he did, he had millions and millions and millions of followers and an overnight payday that's unbelievable. So one person can really change your entire world. So how to win on social media. You need to pick your platform, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever the social media platform, whatever's the most popular one of the day, and whatever you feel most comfortable with. And this is where you're going to go. You want to see what is the goal of that platform. Again, let's stick with the Instagram example. So you want to see what is Instagram's goal. What are they wanting to achieve? What is their algorithm set up for? And then you want to follow the rules, because they're going to reward the people that are following the rules. So you don't want to be rule breakers and go in. It may work, the short term, and it may get you a lot of response immediately if you go in and break their algorithm and go against the grain. It may work initially, but then it may get you banned and may get your entire site shut down. Then you're going to have to start all over trying to build a following on Instagram. So it's best to just see what other people are posting and post something similar. What's working for them? Are they posting quotes? Are they posting a lot of pictures? Are they posting videos? The Instagram TV, the Instagram stories. What is working on that particular platform that you have picked, and model it and do the same thing. So again, let's say you've picked Instagram as your social media page. That's not the place to post your link and to, now in your profile, absolutely. You want anybody to click on your profile to see exactly who you are, exactly what you stand for, what you're doing, and have a link there that goes to one of your funnels that you can sell something to them. But within your Instagram account, on your own stories and your own page, you don't want to put any links there. It's okay to talk about what you're doing. Like I mentioned yesterday on the JK5, you want your business to be one of your 5. So one of your 5 posts needs to be about what you're doing. And it can be like me right now. I could post about that I'm recording traffics today, paid versus free. So I can post about that, but I'm not going to put a link on my Instagram page trying to get people to buy this course. That's not what it's for. What you need to do is offer them to go watch my YouTube channel or go listen to my podcast. And then from those channels, that's where it's appropriate to put your link. So the example here is, okay, let's say they follow me on Instagram. I invite them to listen to my podcast or the YouTube channel. So they do the podcast. Well, within the podcast, at the end of each show, I'm going to say, hey, I'm working on my new course right now. Go get a copy of it before I'm finished completing it. Here's the link. Go check it out. Get on the waiting list to purchase this course. And it's perfectly acceptable to present your links on those sites, because People that are on YouTube, they're looking for answers. And people that are listening to podcasts, most likely, if they're listening to a business podcast like my MLM experiment, they're trying to figure out what's working in network marketing now. What can I learn from this? So it's appropriate to offer your links at that, on those levels and within those channels. So what's the quickest way to build a list? Well, I've got 5 examples here that you can use. You can do webinars, podcast, roundup post, or interviews. And all of these are completed with joint ventures. These are people you can team up with, your Dream 100, and you can promote your webinar together or promote your podcast together. Anything that you can do together, and then you both can reap the rewards of the success of that webinar, because however, if you get 500 people to sign up, then you get their email address, and the joint venture people get the address as well. Win-win. So number 2 is you can do giveaways or contests or promotions. Offer them something valuable to their audience. Like, I could create a mini version of this course, or just one segment of this course, like teaching on traffic, and then I can offer this to whoever's on my Dream 100. Let's just say Russell Brunson. I could offer it to Russell's list, which would be kind of stupid because he wrote the book on traffic, but you understand what I'm saying, the concept. You offer something of value to their list, and then something that's free. And they can click on that, and then it takes them to the free item, which can also then run them up your value ladder and take them to the next step, and gives you a chance to build your list that way. That's an excellent way to build a list. You can also do push notifications. That's when they can click and subscribe without filling out their entire email. You can use sites like subscriber.com to do this for you. And of course, you've got paid ads, and always, always, always ask for referrals and ask people to share with their friends. So you want to post things that encourage people to share your post with others. So be different, be entertaining, be funny, but get your message across, and hopefully it'll be something that people are going to want to share, because people like to be the first that shared an item or, came across it before anybody else. So strive to be different as well. You're modeling what others are doing, but you're also wanting to put your own spin. You want to have your own personality on it. And don't be afraid to send these people gifts. I've heard Dean Graziosi, Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson, Steve Larson, everybody that I've taken courses from, they've talked about this. They've talked about receiving gifts from their people that are wanting them to be their Dream 100. So they send them a package with a bulky item in it that encourages them to open it, and then it can be a trivial little something. It doesn't have to be an elaborate $1,000 gift. It can be just a couple dollars, but just something like, if you know they love baseball, you can send them, a baseball card or a baseball itself. If you happen to go to a game or something and by chance get somebody's autograph, they're a fan of a certain team, send them a shirt or something. It doesn't have to be costly. Just be creative with it. And send them something that, again, you can get their attention. And don't ask for anything in return. Just send it. Here, I really appreciate what you've done for me. I appreciate what I've learned from your material. And I just want to give you this as a thank you. And then hopefully they will reach out to you, and you'll get in the Dream 100 that way. You can also give them a free copy of your book, if you've done a book. If you've done a course, give them a free copy of that. If you have PDF, whatever you're using as your marketing tool, give your Dream 100 a free copy of it. Ask them to review it and write a review. Good or bad, if they like it or not. And you can also do this with your network marketing products. You can send a free item from your network marketing company and get them to write a review on it. because I know there's certain people out there that review skincare. There's certain people out there that review supplements or vitamins or whatever your product is. And send a free copy to them. Here you go. Here's a free item. Let me know what you think. Good or bad, doesn't matter. Just let me know. And it's going to get you attention because they're going to post it on their site, and then all of their followers are going to see the review, and they're going to be more apt to buy from you. You need to include your information so that they can purchase from you and not just purchase from somebody else within your network marketing group. So make sure it's clear that you're giving that to them, and if they agree to write the review, that you're asking that they put your link with it so they can purchase the product from you. And I'm sure they'll be more than willing to do that if they've gotten a free item from you, especially if it's got some value. So that concludes the free traffic options. And I'm sure there's many more. I'm just trying to give you some ideas to get the wheels turning of what you can do and how you can do this the free way. And again, remember, the best way to get free traffic is to have a podcast every day, blog every day, YouTube, do a video every single day for at least a year. You're not going to recognize your business at the end of that time period because you're going to find your voice, you're going to find your audience, and they're going to want to purchase from you. They're going to want to be a part of your world. So with paid traffic, if you're not able to work your way in and you want to grow faster, then you can do you can buy ads. And like in Facebook, you can select your audience. So select your Dream 100. You can buy ads within them, or you can contact your Dream 100 directly and ask them to run an ad for you or do a shout out for you. So now, how do you figure out your advertising budget? Well, let's say that you have an offer that your first offer is $7. It's a report. If they purchase that report, they have an option to buy a $37 item that's a bump. And then if they purchase that, their next offer is a $100 OTO, one-time offer. So let's say that you buy Facebook ads and you spend $100 on your ads. After you've spent the $100, you need to stop the ad at that point and you need to review your results. Go look at the analytics, look at what you sold of each item. Because a portion, if you've marketed to the right audience and you have the right message, a portion of people are going to buy. More are going to buy the $7 item than the $37, and more are going to buy the $37 than the $100. But a portion is going to buy all of them. So then, okay, let's say, just for this example, you sold $223 worth of items, and you only spent $100 in ads. That gives you $123 in profit. So you don't have a budget. If you're making $123 off of every $100 you spend, you can spend endless amount of money because you're going to make back more than you spent. I hope you're getting that. That's mind-blowing. That's why I'm encouraging you to create these products because, it's not going to take much to create a $7, $37, and $100 item that you have to have the value ladder. You have to have something that they can scale up and get more for you or buy more from you is what I'm trying to say. And all these can be, written items or spoken items or some, it doesn't have to be a big elaborate course. It can just be some little mini something that you're offering. And if you're making, and the reverse is true too. If you spent $100 and you only made $75, then shut it down. Do not run ads again until you figure out where's the message, where's the breakdown in the funnel. Am I selling a lot of the $7 item? And if so, then okay, maybe then it's the bump is where the problem is. Is my message correct there? Analyze it and look, dig in and figure out what the problem is. And once you get the message right, then you can go spend your ads again. And again, once you get to where you're making more than you're spending, there's no budget to worry about. You just scale and you sell until it stops selling. Always analyze what you're doing though. Don't just set it and forget it because you want to make sure that it continues because it will. The message will get old. It'll get stale. People get tired of seeing it and it's not going to work. It's going gradually cost you more to acquire a customer, and that's when you shut it down, and you can kind of put that in your little archives for a couple months, run a different ad, different message, and then you can pull that one back out after it's been out of the rotation for a little while. So with paid ads, you've got prospecting versus retargeting. Simply put, prospecting is cold traffic. These are people that don't know you exist. They don't know you. They don't know that you have the answer. They know they have a problem, but they don't know anything about you. So you're having to prospect to get them in your door, get them to find out something about you. Then you put that on your retargeting bucket, which is your warm traffic. They know you exist, but they still haven't purchased from you yet. That's your retargeting. This is where we were talking earlier about turning an acquaintance into a friend. That's the same thing. You're prospecting. That's where they've met you. They've become an acquaintance. Now your goal is to make them a friend where they've actually purchased from you. And you want to build several different ads. You don't want to just have one ad and one hook and put it out, because each ad, something's going to resonate differently with different people. So I know Dean Graziosi, he sold way more books than Russell. They released books at the same time, and they were comparing, okay, how many books are you selling? And Dean was selling a lot more per week than Russell, and couldn't figure out why. So they actually met up, because they are friends. They met up, and Russell took all of his team out to Dean, and they spent a whole day analyzing and trying to figure out what the difference was. They were running basically the same ads. They had the same, running in the same places. They had, everything was the same. There was no difference. And their success rate was the same. The only difference was Dean had double the ads that Russell had. He took his phone with him, and everywhere he was selling his book. So everywhere he went, he just got through exercising. He's at the gym, so he pulls out his phone and he's, hey, I just thought a concept from this book I can tell you. Let me tell you about whatever. Bam, that's a commercial. And then he's out at the park. Here's his book. He's talking about it again. He's out to dinner. He's got the book. So all throughout his day, everywhere he's going, in his car, he turns his phone on, does a quick little advertisement that relates it back to wherever he is at the moment. Because again, different things are going to appeal to different people, different segments of your market. So the more ads you have out there, and you don't have to spend thousands of dollars per each ad, you can run ads for $5 a piece and see which one, hits home the most. And then you may want to do more ads of that caliber, that venue, whatever seems to resonate more. If you're out eating and gets more ads, or if you're outside doing hikes or whatever you're doing, just see what gets you the most response, and that's what you want to do more of naturally. Okay, I just basically explained that slide to you. That's the same thing. Create several new ads each day and get them up and running. Prospecting is by far the most expensive part of your business, but it allows you to discover who's buying your ads, and which in the long run can lower your cost, because now you know who's buying it, what ads work for them, and it's going to cost you less to acquire a customer. So you need to do the prospecting to fill your retargeting bucket. So prospecting is very important for your business. You can't just say, well, I'm not going to do that aspect of it, because the 80-20 rule, you're going to spend 80% of your budget, of your marketing budget, on prospecting ads just to get 20% of your results. But on the reverse side, when it comes to the retargeting buckets, and you've got to have something to fill those retargeting buckets. They're not just magically going to be there. So you've got to prospect and realize that, okay, it may be costing me 80% now, but once I get to the retargeting, it only costs me 20%, and it produces 80% of my results. Are you getting that? Does that make sense? So don't worry about, I only got 20% of my results on the cold traffic. That's normal. You're not going to get a ton of people to buy because we're trained or conditioned that everything's a scam. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. So you're going to have to warm these people up. You're going to have to get them to know, like, and trust you before they're going to purchase. With targeting buckets, you need to create 3 customer audiences for this. The first audience are the people that engaged with you. These are the people that watched your video or a prospecting ad, and maybe they made a comment, but they didn't actually click through. So you want to, they're all now in a bucket, and you want to retarget them with different ads, and you want to run those ads for 5 days to see if you can move them to the next bucket, which is the landed bucket. The landed bucket, these are the people that actually click through. They didn't just see and engage with your squeeze page, I guess. They actually clicked through to see your sales message, but they didn't actually purchase. So this audience, you want to retarget them for 7 days because they actually clicked through. They saw what you had. They were interested enough to click through, so you need to give them a little bit more time to warm up and present your offer to them several more times, several different ways to see if you can get them to actually buy. And the third type of audience, customer audience you need to create, are the people that you own. These are the people that have purchased from you. This is your most important list by far because they trusted you enough to purchase from you, and now you can analyze that, and it's going to help you in your prospecting and your retargeting to see maybe why they bought, what type of people buy from you, at what price level, and anything you can do to analyze to improve your business. And it's also the people that are most likely to buy your next product as well. That's why I'm saying over deliver, over deliver, over deliver, because you want them to be satisfied with what they've purchased from you because they've trusted you, especially out of the gate. You want to over deliver on every product, but the first thing they buy from you, you want to be so far out that it's a no-brainer that they're definitely going to be a loyal fan and buy the next product you create as well. So our strategy is to show the ads to each group. And the goal is to move them from the first bucket to the next bucket. Like the people in your first group, you're hoping that they're going to purchase. The engaged group, that they're going to click through, and that's going to move them from the engaged bucket down to the landed bucket. And after 5 days of running your ads to the engaged group, if they didn't actually click through to become a landed, to move to the landed bucket, then you need to put them back in the prospecting bucket and just move on. Because if they haven't purchased or clicked through in 5 days, then it's probably not the right time for them. Not that they won't in the future, but they're just not ready to right now. So I wouldn't waste any more money than the 5 days on trying to get them through. And again, you're wanting to do from the landed bucket to get them to the owned bucket, you want to do 7 days there. You can also pay your Dream 100 to do shout outs on their page for you. So that's where they go on their story or their profile and they talk about you or your product, whatever you're wanting them to push their traffic towards. If you want to send them to your podcast, your blog, your YouTube channel, or if you're wanting them to purchase your product. So you want to have your link, because what they're going to do, they're going to click on what they've posted on their page, and it's going to take them to your profile page. That's why you always want to optimize your profile pages in your social media. So whatever platform you pick, make sure that your profile page has who you are, what you're doing, what you're about, and how they can purchase from you. Make sure there's a link there that can send them to the next step in your value ladder, and hopefully they can get on your email list and become a customer for you. So ads, I highly recommend that you run your ads on Facebook, because you can do that for only $5 a day. You can be very specific on your audience, and you can save those audiences because if it worked, you're wanting to retarget them in the future, and you want to use the same type of audience for your next ad. So you want to save those audiences as well. And you can do this, like I said, for $5 a day to see what works. And Facebook will continue to improve. Their algorithms is going to continue to search to do a better job for you because they're wanting you to continue to spend more money with them. And let's face it, millions of people are on Facebook every single day. So our target audience is there. And you can run the exact same ad on your Instagram page, because some ads are going to work better on Instagram than they work on Facebook. And I'll show you when we do, that's in the bonus section of Facebook ads, I'll show you how to separate that out, and you can run an ads that post specifically on Instagram. But there's definitely pros and cons with both, but I highly recommend, if you're going to run ads, to do the Facebook ads, because their goal is to work with you and get you the most sales, because they want you to come back, and their algorithm is going to continue to improve. So once it does improve and gets better results, then you can start spending more money per day. And that concludes the free versus paid traffic. So now you have all the knowledge you need to have your successful business. I'm going to continue. There's another module, though. It's going to be on Marketing Ninja Tips. And it's going to give you some different products that I use in my course and in my business, and how you can use it in yours as well, and how it will help you. And then I'm going to have the 3 bonuses that I'm going to work on. So this was a lot of information. Go back and rewatch it, and take the advice that I've given you in this. Remember, you're going to do it together. You're not going to just do paid ads. You're not going to just do free traffic. You're going to do both. You need to have your strategy. It needs to incorporate both at the same time to have a well-rounded, successful business. And you don't want to, remember, the goal is to build your email list, because at any time Zuckerberg can take Facebook away from us for whatever reason, and you've lost your entire list. So don't just build a huge following if you pick Facebook as your platform. Still try to get them to opt in to join your email list, because again, if they go away, then they're gone forever. You have no way to follow up with them. So don't rely on the Facebook followers alone. Get them on your email list. So happy searching for traffic now. Good luck to you, and we will see you tomorrow for my Marketing Ninja Tips. Hope you have a great day.